Dr. Disrespect is guilty of something that is rather a very big deal. Regardless if it was contacting a minor or not to meet up at TwitchCon, something very bad happened between Dr. Disrespect and Twitch that led to him being fired. Anybody who's not a Dr. Disrespect fanboy and has his tongue up their ass can see by reading his response right in front of us that what he's saying doesn't add up to the allegations, and anyone with common sense will come to the same conclusion. Something went down. First of all, I'm going to jump right to the end. Dr. Disrespect was fired, terminated. Something happened with Twitch. At the time that he was let go, he was the #1 Twitch streamer in the world, #1 gamer channel in the world. He won Streamer of the Year, and there was no bigger name in gaming than Dr. Disrespect at the time he was let go by Twitch. Why would Twitch do that? You think they're just going to fire him, get in a legal fight with him, and pay him out of his contract and let him go for no reason? You don't think something very large was going on at the time that would lead them to getting rid of their #1 draw on Twitch, the #1 name? Like, obviously something happened. Well, what was it then? Well, by looking at his little reply here, we can say something pretty bad went down. Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found. And I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. Okay. Keemstar makes the same point that I'm going to get to here as well, or one of the points I'm going to get to. Bro, why won't you say I was not talking to a minor trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon like what was alleged? That's one of the main points. He has not even mentioned that or addressed that. If someone is accusing me of talking to a minor and trying to hook up with her at TwitchCon, and someone said, yo, Ghost of Eight, you're talking to a young girl. You're trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The normal response would be, if you are not doing that and you're not guilty of that, you would say, no, that's false. I was never talking to a minor. There was no conversations with the minor. I never was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. End of story. You don't have some legal mumbo jumbo where you actually just vaguely and just obscurely reference some obligations and a settlement and no wrongdoing and have like basically a lawyer write this out for you. That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense. No, he's not actually addressing the allegations. By the end of the day, there was some kind of fight with Twitch over some kind of accusations that are being thrown around, and he was let go, and he was the biggest streamer gamer in the world. So something rather large did happen, something bad did go down for this kind of situation to happen. Okay, so I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. So it was probed. It was looked into. He is admitting right there, I didn't do anything wrong. This has all been probed and settled. So they looked into these allegations then, that he was trying to talk to a minor and meet up with her at TwitchCon. It has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found. Okay, fair enough. But then why did it lead you to being, and then between Twitch and you getting, breaking up the contract and you basically quitting and getting paid out or getting fired or whatever it was that happened that led you to not being on Twitch anymore? So what was it then? What were they probing? What was settled? What was going on? How did both parties amicably agree to not press charges or talk about it or have any kind of fight and just like, hey, we'll pay you out. Thanks very much for being on Twitch. We don't want you here anymore. See ya. What would have led to that? Something led to that. Something happened. What was that then? Nothing illegal. Okay, no wrongdoing is found and I was paid. Nothing illegal in what respects? To what? You're not actually even addressing what happened then. There was no wrongdoing is found. Okay. Well, I mean, there was no court case. It was settled out of court, and you were paid, and today's Monday, and we're going to be playing Elden Ring. Another thing I see defenders and fanboys of Dr. Disrespect say is that, oh, well, there would be police involved, there would be cases involved, he would be charged. I would like to point to EDP 445 and all the video evidence and all the text messages that guy had with minors, multiple women, multiple evidence. Forget about the hunters that showed up and tricked him to, coming to meet for cupcakes, that old meme, but he actually had video and direct messages on Instagram and Twitter and all kinds of video evidence of him trying to hook up with minors and what happened to him. Jack squat, nothing, because pressing charges under those instances and that kind of evidence is very difficult to actually try to get the court case to the point where the person's tried and convicted. Usually the DAs and whatnot don't even bother with that because it's not enough. So that's my answer to those people. The word going around and what actually happened was that in the whispers, which were the direct messages they used to have on Twitch, this was actually happening. The minor allegedly was talking to a minor and trying to meet up with her TwitchCon. And what happened allegedly is that Twitch was reading these direct messages, which would totally expose Twitch to kinds of litigations, other kinds of problems for reading people's private messages, which are not supposed to do. And they saw it, or someone saw it, brought it to the attention of the Twitch higher-ups, and they're like, well, hey, we got a conundrum here. It's a catch-2022, because if we show that we were reading these direct messages, it opens us up to other litigations and other problems with other content creators, that we are reading private messages, but at the same time, we can't keep this guy, Drdisrespect, on this platform, knowing that he is trying to talk to minors and meet up with one, rather, at TwitchCon, allegedly. So at the end of the day, you know what? We did something wrong by reading the private messages, but Drdisrespect is doing something wrong, and the best we can do is just, at the end of the day, kick him off the platform, pay him out his contract. Maybe, at the benefit of the doubt, Drdisrespect, like I've said before, didn't know the age. You know what? At the end of the day, the whole point is this, not to muddy the waters. Something was probed. Something was investigated. Something went down to the point where Drdisrespect was paid out, had a fight with Twitch, and they kicked him off the platform. If there was a probe, and there was an investigation into something that Drdisrespect did wrong, because that's exactly what he's doing. It was probed. It was probed. There was an investigation. They were looking for something they did wrong. If there was actually no smoking gun, there was no actual problem found, then they would have been like, okay, you know what? You're right. There was nothing problem, nothing found, nothing wrong. There's no need to actually have any kind of settlement. Devil's advocate, to finish the video off here, to just be fair, because that's what I'm trying to do here. Let's say, for example, that he wasn't talking to a minor, wasn't actually trying to meet with anyone at TwitchCon, and what happened is that he was just talking to someone, and someone at Twitch who hates him, hey, listen, I'm being devil's advocate here. I'm being fair. Someone at Twitch hates him, and then was like, oh, you know what, brought the attention to the higher-ups. Higher-ups went and investigated it and said, okay, no, there's nothing here. But Doc was so pissed off because they couldn't trust, the purple-head snakes, as they say, and they were looking into it, and they were like, you're looking at my private messages. You guys have been exposed now. I'm going to sue you. And I never was talking to a minor, and they're like, yep, you're right. And Doc's like, well, I'm not being here anymore. I'm going to sue you guys. And Twitch was like, oh, no, please don't sue us. How about this? We'll let you go and pay out the millions of dollars we owe you for your contract, and you can go somewhere else and, make money. And then you also got your money from Twitch, which doesn't make any sense, because Drdisrespect stood to lose money by having to go somewhere else. But at the same time, what I find funny is, though, devil's advocate again here, so maybe that's what happened. Maybe there's no wrongdoing, but Twitch was looking into private messages illegally, and then Doc was like, I'm out of here, pay me my money. Or another thing that happened, at the same time Doc was kicked off Twitch, he was also kicked out of Call of Duty, as far as being an influencer with Call of Duty, I believe. I'm pretty sure. I know it is. It's a fact. He was, and he was upset about that, and that's why he didn't play Call of Duty for a while. I don't know if he's back into being Call of Duty influencer now, but at the time when he was kicked off, he lost a bunch of, benefits of being a Call of Duty influencer and going to COD Next and doing the paid streams. So that's interesting as well. That's my opinion, though. This is my channel. That's what I think. Something happened. Something was probed. Something was settled. Both excuses, both answers I gave are probable. My opinion is that he was doing something naughty, and he got busted, and Twitch was doing something naughty. They got busted, and they both decided to part ways, and Drdisrespect got paid out. But who knows? Because Doc ain't actually really telling you what actually happened. He can't, because of legal obligations. So what legal obligations happened? There was a settlement. What happened? What actually went down? We can say, though, and I understand people make mistakes, but, his previous actions with his wife, pregnant wife, acting like that is, he's obviously a horn dog. And, that doesn't bode well. You know what I'm saying? That adds to his character. Like, people who get charged with crimes who in the past have had actions and behaviors that lead them to look like they may be capable of doing said things get less slack than those that just, comes out of nowhere. You're more likely to believe them. You know what I mean? That's all. All right, that's the video. Ghost of 8. Thanks for watching. Bye.